Hey, what's up, everybody? I was looking for something interesting to make a video about. I was hoping I'd be able to make one today. And then, I guess, Twitter, heard me because, on social media, we have seen more positive things to come about Joker, the Joker movie, since it was, shown at the Venice Film Festival not too long ago. I did make a video about the positive reviews and all the, shock that people were feeling after watching that movie, in a positive way, even though it's kind of a disturbing, twisted, you know, dark centered movie on a villain. Um, but that people were very, very just in awe of Joaquin Phoenix's performance and the direction that they took with this film. And so now we find out that it has won the top award at the Venice Film Festival, the Golden Lion Best Film Award, um, which is pretty awesome. I just think that it's good in terms of Warner Brothers saying that it's okay for them to take risks with this DC movie franchise. And um, of course, not that every movie has to be the same in the DC, any movie franchise, of course, but that, they're so afraid of some other directors taking risks with these movies and, not having everything be super funny and, stuff like that. But I just, that's, I don't know how to put everything into words I'm trying to say, but I think it's awesome. So congratulations to Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips and everyone involved in the movie. And I just think it's really cool that they're getting this recognition. And, even like I've said in the past video about the Joker movie, they really haven't had much marketing for this movie so far, and it comes out in like a month. So we've only had like two trailers and like a couple of posters. There hasn't been like much promotion for this movie. Um, so I think it's, the fact that it's getting all of this praise and recognition at this Venice Film Festival and from a bunch of movie critics and stuff who have seen it, I think that that's really cool. I'm yes, like there's obviously people who know about the movie and it's anticipated, but for it to go beyond just like this fan base of DC, and stuff like that is really cool. And um, just seeing like some of the interesting comments that Joaquin Phoenix has made recently at the Venice Film Festival about playing the Joker and playing Arthur. Interestingly, he said that playing the Joker was more fun and interesting for him, and playing Arthur was a lot more disturbing and uncomfortable and restrictive, which kind of makes sense though because of the character itself. Um, he was saying that with Joker you could kind of just go so many different directions with him, and it was liberating. And with Arthur, he had to be a very certain way, and obviously he's not just a regular character to play from what we can see in the trailers. And obviously based on what people have said about this movie being much more psychologically disturbing than we probably even expect it to be, there's probably a lot more stuff about his character that we, are not really, we don't know, because since it is rated R, I think that there's a lot of stuff they probably haven't been able to show us in the trailers. Because to me, both trailers, I liked them, but there were a lot of the same like scenes or different parts of the same scene, and I think that's probably because of some of this disturbing content, besides like language and violence or whatever, but like stuff about his character that maybe we can't really be shown in a public trailer. And so I think this uncomfortable, weird thing about him, where we don't really know all that much about it because we haven't seen it in the trailers, but at the same time it's kind of probably a good thing because that will add to like the shock factor in the movie of the direction that they decided to take with his character, and just go beyond him being a guy who gets rejected and falls into a vat of chemicals and turns pale and green hair and all that stuff. It's a little bit more of a realistic approach to someone in society and how they could possibly turn into this type of person besides just falling into a vat of chemicals. We know that that's what Todd Phillips had commented about as far as the approach they decided to take with this movie. And that it was a big risk that they didn't decide to go with like a specific comic book storyline, but instead, you know, kind of thinking, like I said, more along the lines of maybe like a realistic, real life approach to it, which I think obviously they're going to keep the integrity of his character at his core, but that, you know, for his origin and how he became the Joker, they're not necessarily going with that classic story that we know of him falling into the vat and stuff like that. So obviously that was a big risk they decided to take, since Joker is one of the, you know, most popular villains in the comic book world. But I am definitely intrigued and excited to see this. Yeah, especially like seeing all the positive feedback it's getting and, you know, what people have been saying about it. I think it's going to be very, very different, not just from other DC movies, but like comic book movies in general. And like, you know, the fact that it's a villain origin story to begin with is different. And so hopefully seeing that it's getting a lot of praise and everything with this movie, since we're going to have a Black Adam origin movie, which is also another villain origin film, which is something different that DC is doing, which I think is a pretty cool idea for them. With Black Adam, I hope that they are still open to taking these risks and stuff, seeing the praise that this movie is getting. And of course, you know, us, the general public, hasn't seen it yet, but you know, the fact that it's getting recognition from these film festivals and stuff like that is still a really good sign. So yeah, anyway, congratulations for winning that award on Joker movie, and I'm excited to see it. Thanks guys, see you next time.